Okay, this is two wolves. This is going to go fast. You're used to me being lengthy and drawing things out. I'm going to try not to editorialize because I want to cover lots of territory. And mind you, this is only part of what's going on. This is the sheep fire. This is the sheep fire. I believe this is the Whitebird, Idaho Rodeo Grounds because I know that's where the Incident Command Center is. This terrible fire, look at that, blew up only 4 days ago, September 6th, and it is human caused. This fire is on native land. This fire is human caused. It's affecting loggers, miners, and native people scattered throughout these beautiful mountains in ancestral homelands. This is the sheep fire. We're going to go to InsaWeb. And this is important because once again we have a fire on a major artery, and this time in the heart of Idaho, again on the Salmon River. Okay, you're going to say, well, for heaven's sake, two wolves, where are all these places? Here's a map of Idaho, www.idahomap.org. The longer I live here, the more I come to be fond of this place. It's just such ethereal, amazing beauty, probably only second to places like Alberta and Yukon and Alaska, and so much of it going up in flames. Okay, this is where the fire is happening in this area. This is I-95, like 93 over here, which may even be closed by now in connection with the Mustang monstrosity fire. 95 is also a major artery up through Idaho. This is Grangeville. In Elk City and Dixie, we talked about fires burning this area about a week ago. Riggins. This is a logging, mining, and native subsistence, native lands, hunting, that sort of thing. The Salmon River. Okay. And then just to get your bearings, this would be McCall, Council, Idaho. This is the Panhandle, begins right about here. Lewiston would be here. Very important. BLM orders emergency closure for a portion of the Salmon River. If you don't know about the Salmon River, it's the major wild salmon fishing artery in the state. Huge recreation, mining, logging area, and it is on the Nez Perce National Forest, based in Grangeville. Here's the contact number, and if you know anyone in the area, if you're trying to travel through Idaho, you must be aware of this. Pass the word. When you go to InsaWeb, by the way, you can select an incident, and you may also select a state. I didn't have to because I could just Google sheep fire tonight. That's how major this is becoming. Emergency closure restriction order, BLM Cottonwood Field Office, or disorder by order the Salmon River from the Lucille boat ramp downriver to Twin Bridges closed to all boating for, and that goes on. Whoops, here we go. And public health and safety until further notice. Lots of native people do subsistence fishing in this river. Closure is a result of heavy fire and aircraft traffic associated with fire suppression activities on the sheep fire. And mind you, too, both the Halstead and then, of course, the Mustang are also affecting the Salmon River drainage. Motorists are urged to use caution, resist stopping at pullouts, and drive slowly along Highway 95 near Lucille, Idaho, continuing north to the Incident Command Post near the Slate Creek Ranger Station. Affected areas described as Salmon River. Here's the region. And the federal authority allowing it. So you can't be on the river. And then there are evacuations going on in association with this fire. There was a meeting tonight. There's been a couple meetings tonight. You can come here and look at the fire perimeter. Evacuations. John Day Creek Drainage, Old Adams Road, under evacuation. Slate Creek Drainage and Florence Basin have been given preliminary notification. Point-to-point structure protection remains the first priority. One commercial mining building has been burned by the fire. And mining is very important for the economy there. So maybe you, like I, want to say what's going on here. These are road closures in the Nez Perce Clearwater National Forest. All of these areas, come here and read this if it pertains to you. Fire officials are working with logging personnel to protect their equipment, and operations also underway to help ranchers locate and remove livestock in the area. Red flag warning, southwest winds with gusts to 30 miles an hour. Those have been going on all day. There's the area perimeter, 10% contained, more than 18,000 acres now. And this is important, human caused. Human caused, under investigation, 7 miles north of Reagan's. All right, that's the sheep fire, one of only many. Very, very serious. I wanted to take you back to the Mustang fire. This is just, these are the maps I referenced last night. So on InstaWeb, you just go up to the bar, scroll bar, and click maps. This shows you the fire progression just for today. This is the west side. This is the east side, like two evil wings. It's just, I'm not going to editorialize, sorry. Just unbelievable. Larger evacuation area, fire perimeter maps. Here's these links I mentioned about propane tanks and generator safety. Again, go to Flickr. There are a lot of all copyright protected photos about this fire and videos in connection. They originate with the Salmon National Forest, but they're on Flickr, and there's a link here on the main InstaWeb page that will take you there, but I can't go there. But here's some good pictures on the Salmon website. Helicopters, firefighter Doug Clark, and it's called Staying of Defense. The right kind of warrior here, firefighter. End of shift rush hour, here's some National Guard tanks, and gives you an idea of the organized chaos and incredible logistics involved in maintaining management of this fire, management of teams, and safety for all. And it's actually nothing short of miraculous. There has been so few injuries and deaths this fire season. There have been 12 firefighters killed across the United States, but it's just miraculous that that people have remained as safe as they have. Neighbors helping neighbors, that's a good photo. It's a fire information meeting at night. Okay, morning briefing, and home away from home. Bless their hearts. So, okay, that's the Mustang. I'm going to just real quick show you a couple of news sources that I think you can go to. KMVT 11, Mustang fire in central Idaho continues to burn today. www.kmvt.com. I'm not going to go here, but what a photo. And Paul Johnson, another very good journalist, he wrote the article today. Come here and please read Paul's article. It's in great depth from a personal perspective, and he knows his stuff. But the fire grew 20,000 acres more yesterday. There's a sidebar here, also by Paul. Tonight, Jackson Hole, Wyoming residents told to prepare to evacuate. Evacuation orders for Jackson Hole, Wyoming. As you watch this. Okay. I just can't possibly go everywhere. The other place I wanted to take you, it's an older story, but this would be, I wanted to give you some local news sources. KMVT 11, Fox News, Paul Johnson. The other one here, www.nbcmontana.com. This story actually was from August 31st, but Kevin Mackey, KECI reporter, there's his email. The reason I brought you here is he's got a good video up. So come and watch this. Now we'll go and look at Peachland, because that's actually, in essence, good news. Tonight we'll look at www.cbc.ca. Some familiar faces. For me. Wildfire evacuation order ends for most in the BC interior. More than 1,100 of 1,550 residents get to go home late Monday. This was actually posted this morning and updated tonight, Pacific time. But that's so sad. And it just shows how random these infernos are. Oh, and before I forget, I'm just wanting to tell you that people in the Okanogan, I was told by someone, I won't give a name, but I was told that some people in the Okanogan, Peachland area are reporting that they think they saw a very bright light in the sky right before the fire broke out, and it may have been a meteor that could have caused this fire. We don't know yet, but that's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, this home was so sadly destroyed by fire. Well, the house next door is untouched. Photo by Brady Strachan of CBC. This article contains 2 video. Come watch them. And the good news again about the Peachland fire. Most of the people ordered out of their homes by wildfire in Peachland, BC will be able to return, fire officials in the Okanogan community said Monday night. Approximately 1,134 Peachland residents evacuated as a result of the Trepanier forest fire will be able to return home tonight. Central Okanogan Emergency Operations said in a release. Yay! That's good news. Some other very interesting sidebars here. This is strange. Evacuations in Victoria. This is always a good website to come to. But it's here's an external link. Central Okanogan Emergency Operations updates. This could be important. BC residents tweet dramatic Peachland wildfire photos. So come here and look and give thanks to God, Heavenly Father, the Creator, whatever your terminology is. Thank you for your prayers. 3 homes and an abandoned house were destroyed, along with several outbuildings in the northern and western edges of town. Thanks God, no one was injured. Again, in the midst of this chaos and really horror of all these fires, it's amazing how few lives have been lost, and thank God for that. Look, heavy rain and cooler temperatures this morning helped firefighters get the fire 50% contained. Thank God. Just in case you were curious where it is, this is highlighting that. This is the Okanogan Valley in central BC. And that's really just about due north of the Methil Valley, Winthrop, here in Washington State. This would be Spokane. And of course, here's Idaho and Strait of Georgia, Strait of Juan de Fuca. So this is about where Peachland is. This is very good news, and thanks God. The 200 hectare wildfire is now mostly just smoldering with few visible flames, following a rapid attack on the fire on Sunday afternoon and Monday morning. Awesome work by firefighters. 6 helicopters and more than 150 firefighters were working to establish a fire guard about 1 kilometer long to protect nearby houses on Monday, and 60 horses saved by volunteers. Hooray! Look at that. People took time in their own travail to save these horses, and bless them. Evacuee Katie Craig spent the night with her family's horses in a horse trailer at a ranch in nearby West Kelowna. She says people rallied together yesterday to take dozens of animals from the evacuation zone. And Walter Huber took this picture of his Peachland, BC winery moments before he was forced to leave. Submitted by Walter Huber. I hope that it was saved. It didn't say the winery was lost, so we hope that was saved. Okay, so that was some good news to end on. And for now, this is Two Wolves Out. I'm out of time. That's about the best I can do for you tonight. And meanwhile, Jackson Hole is under threat as well.